Scorpio the Scorpion, from October 24th to November the 22nd. Traditional Scorpio traits include determined and forceful. Yes, when we are determined, we do things and we use as much force as possible, no matter what. We are emotional and intuitive. Yes, we are very emotional. If we get hurt, it really does hurt, so don't hurt a Scorpio. We are powerful and passionate. Yes, we have a lot of power and we use a lot of passion when it comes to anything. Our power can be used for bad, it can be used for good, and our passion, it goes with everything and it goes without saying. Another Scorpio trait is exciting and magnetic. Well, I'll leave that for you to decide. I mean, a lot of people have become attracted to me, and I'm not saying that in an egotistical way, I'm saying that on a very logical way. And as for exciting, I'd say it depends upon your tastes. But then again, we have a dark side, you see. We can be jealous and resentful. I can get very jealous, personally, and I've known many other Scorpio to be just as jealous. And that jealousy, it goes very deep. As for the resentfulness, yes, when we resent someone, it is very deep, just like our jealousy. And it will hurt much worse on you if we use that resent against you. We can become compulsive and obsessive. I'll agree on that. I'm obsessed with a lot of things. I'm obsessed with people that I like. I'm obsessed with, well, one in particular, obviously, who I remain loyal to, which is another Scorpio trait. But we'll get onto that later. But when I'm decided to be obsessive about something, I mean, manga is something that I read quite often. And there's a specific one, D. Grey Man. Some people may have heard of it. I'm very obsessive about that, and when it comes to Death Note, there's no meaning for obsessive. It goes way beyond that. Another trait of Scorpio is secretive and obstinate. Yes, we are very secretive, and I'm being very unsecretive telling you all about this because it's totally out of character. But yes, we're very secretive. If you try and get anything out of us, be prepared for a challenge, because we love to take that to the challenge. Okay, so Scorpio likes, we like truth. Be honest with us. If you lie to us, we will find out and we will slaughter you. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Another thing we like, hidden causes. When it comes to what's hidden and what's in front of us, we prefer what's hidden. We tend to overanalyze and think about things really deeply. I mean, a lot of people can think deeply, but you'll never think as deep as a Scorpio, unless of course you're a Virgo. Oh, not Virgos. Right. So, another thing we like doing, we like being involved. Now personally, I like more to be on my own more, if you get me, but I like to help groups. I'm very individualistic, but I can work in a group. It's just the way I am. It's very strange. A lot of other Scorpios I know, they can actually work as a group and they prefer it as a group. They can be very extroverted and talk to the group and be one with the group. Another like we have is work that's meaningful. We like to do something that has a desirable outcome at the end, that makes things right. We like to make society better. We want to do something for society, so we work towards that. It's meaningful. It gives us that really good feeling inside. Another thing we like doing is we like being persuasive. Now, I can tell you, I'm trying to persuade things to people a lot of the time, and it's so amazingly good feeling. And a lot of Scorpios will probably agree that they love persuading people, and they love talking to people, and I don't want to make it sound bad, but manipulate people. We kind of like doing that. It's not necessarily for bad reasons. Usually we say it for good reasons, but when we want to manipulate people on a bad level, you'd know. Well, you would know in the end. Okay, another thing we dislike. I mean, things we dislike. My bad. We hate being given only surface data. If you don't give us the details, we think you're a load of bollocks and you're probably lying. Well, if you give us the details, we're like, thank you, you're really kind, you can come join our friendship circle. We also hate being taken advantage of. Last person who took advantage of me, they felt the sting, and it hurt them badly. Another thing we don't like is demeaning jobs. Give us something to do that has no meaning at all. We'd be like, bollocks to you, we're going home. Bye. Another thing we dislike is shallow relationships. If it's shallow and has no real deepness to it, you'll be off on your bike. Literally, I can't stand shallow relationships, and neither can any other Scorpio that I know. Whereas if it's a deep relationship, then you've got us in the bag, sorted, and it's all over. Right, another thing we don't like is flattery and flattering. We like things being real and true. So, don't flatter us, please. Of course, with the Scorpio, we have 3 signs. We have the Scorpion, the Eagle, and the Dove or Phoenix. I prefer to say Phoenix. The Scorpion stage is like the childish stage, the stage where the Scorpion hasn't controlled their stinger and they may lash out at anyone. We've all been there, all Scorpions. You can't say you haven't. Of course, when you get to the second stage, that's the more intellectual stage. When you learn to control your Scorpion instincts, you're becoming more of the control aspect of a Scorpio. While does the Dove, or the more like Phoenix stage, that's the immortality stage. That's the stage where you rise from the flames, where you can be reborn, where you can die, and everything comes back in a new way. You change things, and you simply are. It's so spiritual, it's amazing. I mean, personally, I believe I'm on the Phoenix stage because I kind of like feel like I've died many times, lived many times. It's just awesome. Okay, I'd like to read something out from a site here, the Know It All Astrologer's blogspot. It says, Scorpio rules 3 areas of life where people feel either the most powerful or the most powerless: death, sex, and money. The lesson that the Scorpio offers us is how to discern between false and real power, between what can be taken away and what can't. The area of your chart where Scorpio falls is where you are most susceptible to giving your power away. It is also where you will learn how to access your real power, allowing you to move beyond illusions and fears. Okay, let's take death. Personally, I'm obsessed with it. I like the aspect of death, and I see a beauty to it. And I've explained to a Leo friend of mine the aspects of death and what I feel about it, and he could understand, he could see the beauty, and he could see through my eyes, and his thought, is this what a Scorpio is really like? They can see the beauty in the most harshest thing ever in reality. Death is never always bad. Death can always lead to rebirth. I mean, it can be really sad, but after that, there's a light. You become something else. There's the expectation of the unknown. Another aspect of Scorpio, we like the unknown. So, after death, it's like, ooh, what's going to happen next? Personally, I feel that I know what's going to happen, whereas most other people probably don't. A lot of Scorpios that I know are very, very cautious when it comes to death. They do not like it at all. Okay, sex. When it comes to sex, Scorpio, we are the powerhouse of sex. We are amazing things. But in logic, we take it seriously. We don't mess about. We make it something that's real. It has to be passionate, it has to be worthwhile, and it has to have the emotional content with it. With sex, it's like you've got to believe in it as something that connects 2 people together. And without that connection, it's just sex. It's not the actual truth of making love. Okay, so money. When it comes to money, I would say I'm a bit strange with money. I don't really believe in money. I use it, obviously, and so do many other Scorpio. I don't think we really talk about it often as Scorpio, because material items mean very little to us. We're more spiritual, we're more emotional, we're more upon the relationship side of things. Okay, so that's a bit of an overview or whatever of Scorpio. If you need to know any specific areas, just say, and I'll post a video as soon as I can. Speak to you soon, guys. Bye.